Hi guys! We're all ready for Team League, I think.
You do know this is going to be a separate video, right?
Is it?
Of course it is.
Yeah, this is the Team League video.
Yeah, it's not going on the box opening.
Hi guys, we're at Team League, Cardiff.
Alright, well that's a different opening, sure, okay. Hello!
So yes, this is going to be the pre 30-second thing where we're going to say, oh my god, I'm running Grand Blue.
Angel Feather.
Like a regular, apparently.
Because we forgot to do this last night.
We did.
Yeah. Because we were smart.
So yes, so not much has changed in my one, as there's nothing new in the new set. But in practice, it seemed to have worked in, where do we go? Reading, yes. So yes, we did well in Reading with it. So with that in mind, there wasn't really much need to change it. I looked at the Kagura build, but as it's not been tested with the new support, there's no point risking it. But that could potentially the retirement G guards are quite threatening. But I don't think it's good enough to win. But we'll see.
Looking at me, yeah. I changed my strides, pretty much it, and one card. Because I'm cool. I was going to change the perfect guards, but after reading it, it said you need a face-up copy of this in the damage zone rather than the drop zone, which I thought, that's not going to happen. I'd rather have the unflip. So I left them in. That's me.
Half of you at least.
I was going to put it this way, I don't think it matters which way you build like a regular, it's great for game, or you play like a 30-minute game. So I changed 3 cards for a main phase soul charge one, and we'll see how it works out, because I haven't tested it. So we're going well. Mikey, what did you expect to see at Team League?
I expect to see the same things I've always seen.
Yeah.
Just hopefully not many angels.
So Royals, Shadows, probably Kagero,
Link.
I wouldn't think
Grand
Kagero.
Blue.
I wouldn't think Kagero. People just go play it because they're new support and they just assume it's going to win.
True that. So yeah, so nothing especially new.
No, not really.
Maybe some DP because of their support.
Oh yeah,
Aaron's literally going to turn the camera now, hopefully, and show you the venue.
I kind of want to go in and show.
And we'll go from there. Literally just turn the cameras to the right.
It's not so much that, it's because this can make a really awful noise when it squeaks. Okay. That is Firestorm Games. That is where we're going. It's a giant warehouse and there's people. That there is Bon Bon, the judge.
Dan, I call him Bon Bon.
He goes by Bon Bon. So that is the big building and that's where we're going to be. So yeah, we're going to try and... What are we going to do? Are we just leaving it there?
See ya.
Okay, see you later.
Hello YouTube, it's Team Game here, bringing you the after report of the Cardiff Nationals for teams.
First. I don't know why you're introducing it like that, since we're just getting halfway through a video.
Well,
you didn't even say hello YouTube in the first part of the video.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Well, I'm saying it now.
It's fine.
Saying it now.
Carry on.
Yeah. Say it now.
I'm just making a point.
Anyway, we're still waiting on the results of who won, because obviously it wasn't us. It's not so obvious because they're not saying it now. But
there's always, if we win, there's always a certificate.
Yeah, there's a certificate there. So yeah, so we'll go. Let's see. We're through the transcript as usual. Unfortunately, we don't know who won as of yet, but we may add a bit to the end, maybe, and turn it back on. Maybe we find out who wins, but we'll see.
Yeah,
or we'll just make a note of it.
The quality of this channel is just dropping ever so steadily.
It's because we've got to just churn out these things week after week with all these team reports, and it's different every time.
I know, right?
Anyway, so game one.
Game
one, I was against Gear Chronicle. They 6 damage healed, but there was no Ragnar Clock threat to force the guard, and I pushed for game next turn. So it could have gone to Ragnar Clock.
I'm really curious if people actually care how our games went.
To potentially, well, hopefully. So yeah, 6 damage heal on his side. No Ragnar Clock. No push for game next turn.
I'm just making a point.
Yuri, I've just got that written for you.
No, I went against DP.
Mike?
I was at 2, and he basically went. I went no guard. He had the X Falcon X something with a crit, and I went no guard. I was at 2, and he went crit. So I lost.
I'll make my point, but after this, Yuri go first since you'll play 1. Mike, you go second.
No, it's just I've literally got the notes. Me, Yuri, you. So
fine.
But just to clarify, yes, I was second. Yuri was the third player.
No, he was first. I was third.
Oh, he's first this time. Yes, we tried to switch it up this time. It's usually Aaron first.
My game 1 was against Dauntless the Legend. That was fun. He got the combo, so he break raid. Dauntless went Vanguard, restand, Rigard, restand, Vanguard, restand. He crit me down up to 5, and then because I am playing angles, it's like, oh, stride, heal. heal, I'm on 3. Yay! And at the end it was 1 to pass, I got a stand and I won.
Okay, game 2, I was against Oracle Coco. And I won. Yeah. I won with the double ghosty stride, which, yeah, was it really? I just said 3 things, then sent another 3 things, just because I didn't really have the resources because I'd used the grade 2s a lot in that game to niggle away. Yeah.
I was against DP and I got grade locked, and
Upset.
nah, right. You know what? Fuck it. I don't care about my reputation. There was some dodgy shuffling going on, and after I lost, I went through my deck, and all my grade 3s were pretty much at the bottom. And I only got. The only reason I didn't think it was that dodgy was because I took 1 in like my first bit of damage, but then there was nothing for the rest of my deck. And later on, the guy basically, when he played against someone else, they couldn't find a grade 2 conveniently because they were all at the bottom of his deck. So it's one of those weird things of
Potentially, but
Yes,
potentially, but not evidentially. So, yeah.
My game 2 was against Royals. It was a Sanctuary deck, but it didn't have the Blaster stuff in it. So it was pretty much a back and forth game, like no one was really in control, but it came down to the fact that because I kept pushing advantage back into my favour with the strides that can heal, I eventually won.
So 2-0 to win game. I then went against Link Joker grade 3. Okay, 3, sorry. And now I should have checked in this game, but he was grade locked, so you couldn't find a grade 3. Top 5, he looked at it for a while and then put it back. I should have checked to see if it was a grade 3, and then you had to have added it. But yeah, it's because he took bits. If it's not grade 3 there, you wouldn't look at it. You just go, no grade 3.
Well, Mike seems... yeah, because I don't know if you knew or didn't know beforehand. If you G-assist, you have to ride.
You have to add. You have to add to your hand the card of the level you need.
You ride it.
It's not ride, you add it to your hand.
Okay.
Because people have done it in the past, they've added to the hand and then they put it as their like mulligan, their like discard thing, their bind zone, whatever it is thing.
Okay.
By mistake.
Okay.
Which was hilarious to see.
So other than that, the second time he did it, he chose the right grade 3, so Chaos Breaker. But yeah, it wasn't because he gave me 1 extra turn to push, even though I didn't ride either. But yeah, it's just an extra fit turn of me having a full field and him having not a full field, so that was enough to me push the game. You?
No, I was going to TP again for the third time with them. And yeah, it was basically he was a Metal Ball Break Ride. He went Metal Ball Break Ride Legion. And I just went G guard, G guard, G guard. Everything's got resist, so enjoy your drive checking with grade 3's potential. He got nothing, and I just went, okay, I'm on with Degeus for 63 for game, which was nice.
Yep, so it didn't matter where I did at this point because we won. But.
I was against Bermuda's, a full Harmony build. So this went on for frickin' ages. We went to time because he just had a massive hand and I was on like 2 damage because angles. It got to time or whatever, and then I eventually rewrote into an OCL, so I did an OCL strides, and it was just like attack, and I won.
Yeah, so that's...
Because there were big numbers as well.
3-0 team in game. Game 4, I played against Shadows. I had to work through his hand because he did the draw 2 cards twice, I think. And he was plussing cards somehow, I forget how, like Soul plus 1 draw, calling stuff, and you stride over it, you get to call 2 grade 1s. One's usually the stride, one's usually the stride that you stride over. Like the stride break-esque thing for Diablo. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he passed a lot of cards, and it just struggled to get through his hand a bit by 1.
So there's angles, they did angle stuff. And it, like his final drive check, when he did his Nociel, the new Nociel one, his drive check was crit, stand, heal. And I was like, well, that's me done, because I had 4 grade 3s in my opening hand, and I just, from that point onwards, I was massively behind, and so I was just trying to get back into it, and he just rescued, and Angle was just, he had control, and I had nothing going for me, basically.
My game 4 was he was using a Chaos Breaker mat, Chaos Breaker sleeves. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get Chaos Breaker, stand up, beast 30s. So that was like...
He duped you good.
He did dupe me.
Yeah, my goodness.
He got the grade 2 rush, of all his 12Ks, so ride 1, call 2 with a start behind it, so it's 12, 9, 17, I'm like, well, that's not good. So I got rushed early game, which is Angle's weakness. It got halfway through the game, there was one time I couldn't stride because I had to guard all this crap. And the next turn he did busted and restood shit. I was like, yay! And I managed to survive, but I had like 1 card left in hand. And yeah, I couldn't stride, and he then couldn't stride after I'd done a heal or something. And then he drove check grade 3s and stuff, which did his rear guards, which meant I couldn't guard properly, even though I had 6 damage shield. And Mike is looking at me because he wants me to say that.
No, I don't want you to say.
Midway through the game, for some reason, I thought that he perfect guarded his Vanguard, and I went crit power rear guard. And that was a misplay because I would have given him extra damage to put to 4. I don't know if that would have changed the game state at all, but you know, whatever.
At 4, it's definite game state. But...
So I lost.
Anyway, so
team in game lose.
Yeah.
Yay! It's my fault.
I went against DP next round. Now this is one of those wombo combo decks. Unfortunately, I lost this one because you went Break Ride Legion, which is just typical. I do it.
It was D-Robo. We'll put it that way. It was the D-Robo Legion.
D-Robo Break Ride Legion. You went, but you literally went Break Ride Legion attack, and I was like, crap, if you draw to grade 3, you can retire 2. So I went triple perfect guard, triple discard. I was like, that is me done. I was like, he has to take a 2 grade 3s just to get rid of all my perfect cards to stop this, because it was 3 crit. And then he got a grade 3 to get rid of 2 perfect cards, but the last one was staying there. Somehow I had 3 perfect cards.
How'd you get rid of one?
And then every time I swung, he found 3 perfect cards stopping my crits. So, in fact, he found 3 as well, stopped me. But then when I needed it to be crit for game, he used an effect to give the Vanguard a crit. Which is the what card?
Oh, the like Go Cannon or something.
Yeah. So he gave his Vanguard a crit, so that was enough for him to win, because I couldn't even just say no guard crit for game. The grade 3 checking thing's just so bull. But anyway.
You got I was against Narukami. Yeah, Brawlers. They actually are annoying.
He's like the team we went against was one of like our fans that keeps somehow finding us.
We knocked him out last year in teams in top 8.
Yeah, and then we...
So it was
and again before that in Sheffield.
Did we?
Yeah, because the guy that you went against, I went against and he was using dope. And he really remembers the game because I think I didn't give him 2 damage or something for dope skill and shit.
Anyway, I went against him.
I don't know. He's a good guy. Good team.
Had my entire field like down, and I was literally just stride, swing. Didn't find any G guards, didn't find any triggers. So when he eventually went giant number swing, and I went, oh no guard, I can't guard. A 6 damage heal, which then allowed me to
sack.
There were 4 heals live, right? 4, and I'd soul charged 10 and got no triggers. So I think I'm entitled to find at least one bloody trigger.
At this point.
And then I just went 15 guard, and then did Degaeus for... It was only 47 this time. Gilderay, whatever it is. I think it was something like 47 or something, but you couldn't guard it, because I assume he didn't have G guards. So yeah, I won.
I was against Great Nature, the big belly variant. So he dropped on grade 2, which is again my weakness, but...
Is this their weakness, though, is the problem?
Yeah, I was going to say, it's their weakness too. So I dropped back, went, attack your rear guard. We went guard. Attack your rear guard. Went guard. My Vanguard attacks your rear guard. Fine, you can have it. And then what made me kind of laugh was that his next turn he rode grade 3 and he just pulled his grade 2 back so I couldn't attack it. So he just went Vanguard swing. But yeah, after that I went into no CL stride. He went from 1 damage to 5 because my rear guards was silly powerful and I crit him. And then I won the next turn because he just drove check grade 3s.
Okay, so this is the last game, going to the top 8 after this. So I was against Link Joker again. Now I didn't realise they had this particular stripe, I'll get to there in a sec. First of all, he rode the Limit Break 4 card, but it's got the general effect of when you take a damage, then you can lock one of your opponent's units. So the fact that he kept doing that he kept locking my other side, so I couldn't get attack, because there's no rear guards. He didn't have any rear guards.
Yeah.
So he literally dropped nothing all game. He healed 3 times, so obviously you could just keep taking that 1 damage and locking the other side, 1 damage, locking the other side, and it was so annoying. He went into Big Crunch twice, so Big Crunch one side, Big Crunch the other, and then he went to the stride that I didn't know existed. There was the Messiah one, which is count +1, lock everything that's unlocked, and unlock everything that's locked. So basically he just locked my field, and then he went into again, lock my field, so I could do nothing.
That is collection 1.
Absolutely nothing. So and he found perfect cards all the time as well to stop my Vanguard from hitting. So I couldn't even threaten him with a double crit or something.
Okay. I know
Yeah, and
Do it in a minute.
other than
Once
that,
we've gone through all this.
yeah, it was just the 3 heals and the locking just stopped me completely.
Your game?
I was against Dark Regular Mirror match, and
Oh, sorry, I decked out. That was the important bit. I was doing fine. I had a huge hand, but it's just such a lame way to lose by deck out. It was like he was aiming for that because he did nothing all game but lock and just swing. Anyway.
yeah, I was against Dark Regular Mirror match, and I had, like, I would say nothing going for me but complete control at the same time.
Right.
It was those weird points of he had no pressure on me because he was using the stride break variant, so he was trying to retire my field, but I'd never have a field anyway. And it was literally could, every time I would stride, I could just go, I'd put my deck back because I've used it all and just draw. So he just decked out, and if it got to like the last turn, I should have done just draw end, but I was like, I could be quite cocky. So I went straight into whatever it's called. Guild Array. Give myself 15 soul, flip it up, and then it was time, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to risk it. I've got 4, 5, 6 cards left in the deck, and I'm pretty sure I got 2 draws live. So I was like, that's end, you draw and lose, so yay. But I didn't. When I looked at my drive check, I was actually decked out if I attack, which was quite nice. That could be quite embarrassing.
So you won, yeah?
Yeah, I won. So it's up to Aaron.
My last game was Tachikaze, the Gaia Emperor Stride Break build. Like, I never realised how strong that deck is, but it is the concept of you have to find the Stride Break, as my constantly tells me.
Yep. It was
He found it! He even found his SP one, just to rub it in. But it was a really, really, really long game. Like, we went to time, and even that was long. Like, I think the turn 0 took forever.
That's really different. Because he had, I don't know why or how, but everyone that day had like 9 billion dice, because you're allowed to use dice, and even he was using 20 dice on his cards. I was like, really?
So there were...
Yeah, it's way too many dice.
There were like
we'll get to that.
3 moments, like really, like turning points. I was on 3 damage. He uses his stride. Does he triple crit?
Double crit.
Okay, double crit. Was it heal as well? Basically, double crit me, so I was going to lose.
It was a double crit, yeah.
On my 5th damage, I healed, so I managed to survive onto 5. And then with his last attack, I G-guarded into the new one from set 7, and looked at the top card, it was a heal. So I healed down, took the damage of a heal, and then healed down to 4, using the G-guardian. And then that kind of put me back in it, and I was like, okay, cool, just got to survive a turn. I'd beat him down and then try and survive. But I misplayed again.
Again, yeah.
I could have used my starter to go into Soul to add a heal trigger from the damage into my hand, allowing me to G-guard next turn. Fortunately for me, I didn't do that, so I just went attack.
To put it in context, after Aaron's next turn, if he had survived, if he'd done G-guard and stuff, he was at 5, and he would have been able to stride into Gavril.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, the next turn...
You'd have to do 2 things.
He crit healed me, so he went down to 3 or 4.
He went to 3.
And I was on 5.
You went to 5.
So it's a perfect
I couldn't guard his rear guards, but if I got that heal trigger into my hand, I could have guarded the last one that I couldn't guard, meaning I survived, started Great Free in hand, draw for turn, stride. The plan would have been to go into the new Gabriel one, basically do 5 drive checks, attempt to do damage to him, and heal 1 back.
Yeah. So Aaron would have needed to put enough pressure on to do at least 1 or 2 damage.
Which you could potentially have done, which would have kept this in it, but it's just annoying that it's just the whole what if thing.
And again, is it because I fucking misplayed again? So
yeah, so
I lost.
Aaron's been feeling a bit shitey. We've been trying to stop him from feeling like that.
In fairness, Mike should feel shitty because we were 3-0 away from getting top 8.
So if any one of those games...
My 2 games, I seriously don't think I could have played it any way to win. Link Joker was just bull, and DP was just bull. I could not beat him, I just couldn't. So mine, I can forgive it as I want, but I could not beat those 2. That's just bad matchup, bad times.
Okay, so that's where we get knocked out.
Yeah.
So we ranked 11th place.
We were joint 9th.
Yeah.
Technically, we're on the same
Technically, but I think they had better tiebreakers.
No, we did. That's what I mean. If we actually had one more 3-0, we would have been 8th.
Okay.
But the people 7th and 8th had 2 losses like we did. But all we need is one more 3-0 throughout the day, and we'd have gone to the top 8. So it's just an extra little that we get.
What's the opponent average thing?
We had a better tiebreaker than the opponent average one.
We had 5.69 compared to 5.75 and 5.8.
It's 5.8.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if we got
that's how we ranked down.
If we got a 3-0,
We would have changed it.
it would have been better.
Then it would have been...
Same as then.
Okay. I don't quite know how it is, but there's a table here.
Right.
I might put it in the video.
That's what we needed to do. Other than that, the
Venue was as good as it was
the
last
venue's
year.
The
good.
venue's amazing.
Venue's
The
always
organisation was amazing. Like, to put into context, it actually started at about 10:30 as scheduled,
Yep.
and we finished top 8 got to top 8 cut by about 5:45.
Yeah.
Like that is like perfect.
I'd say the only sort of weird bit was after round 1, it took them a long time. But there were a few games which, when they went to time, they did the whole, you get 3 turns, so 0, 1, 2, 3, which seems weird because that's 4 turns.
No, because it's finish your current turn, then 3 turns from there.
I know, but she just say 4 turns.
Right,
It's weird.
But that went on for a while, and I think it's because everyone was playing sort of weird stooly decks because they were slow. It seemed like they were because they knew it was critical. They were spending like 20 minutes to sort of do their move, and I get right. You don't want to lose, but at the same time, you're kind of going to overthink it. Just do what the deck does, and it just seemed like some people just took too long to. But other than that,
so the venue was nice. The organisation was good as well. But highlight and disappointment of the day, Yuri?
I think actually, bar the unavoidable ones, I only lost technically once against Angles, but the deck worked as it should. It was fun.
Cricket game day. That's what we expected it to do. Yeah.
It wasn't crit for game. The problem was every time I did it, it was game.
This is game.
It wasn't crit for game. It was game.
Okay. Any disappointment of the day?
Oh yeah, top 8.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sorry.
Potentially having my opponent grade on me on purpose.
Yeah, my disappointment, of course, not getting the top 8 is just because of one potential loss. It's always a thought of maybe you could have done something different, but it's just, it's hindsight really, isn't it? You don't know. But yeah, highlight is just generally got on with my opponents more than I have done. It was quite nice.
No, to be fair, we had some really nice opponents. I think.
Well, yeah, it's easier to socialise with rather than complete shutdown.
I'm just disappointed in myself. You guys know that.
And the
Bring it on
highlight.
camera now.
What's their highlight, maybe? To balance out.
That was it. I had fun, talking and playing
Okay,
everyone.
right.
They were such nice people.
Other than that, did something come through yet about anyone winning?
We know the finalists for Huddersfield, thanks to Faz being up there in our scout.
Okay.
The final teams are Angles, Gear, Dark Irregular versus Angles, Kagero, and Gear.
Okay.
So, Angles.
And we haven't got anything for Cardiff yet because no one's responding to us.
But there was no signal in that venue.
Okay, so we made it back for an extra bit saying who won and things and our opinions on the decks, but we'll see. But for now, that's pretty much it. The only other thing to mention is Aaron lovely pointed out 2 bad cards in the latest set. So, without further ado, that is one of them. As you can see, it says stand, and it's a draw trigger. It's
just 2 erratas that I found.
So 2 erratas.
I don't know.
There's that, and apparently this is an errata as well. This Kagero card. It's meant to specify a grade 3 or a card with Blaze in his name, right?
Yeah.
Or Blaze in effect, sorry. But it specifies a Blaze grade 3 and a specific Vanguard. So it's just like, so I have to have Dragonic Blade Master as my Vanguard, which doesn't have Blaze, to top 5 for a Blaze grade 3. So I have to find my backup and that's it.
The original wording should be any card with the Blaze ability or a grade 3, not a grade 3 Blaze.
Yes. Okay. So I thought I might as well chuck that in as well. It's a nice bit of information for people. So yes, I think that's pretty much it, at least for now. But we might be right back, might leave it there. So...
unless I qualify tomorrow, I highly doubt we'll do a shop tournament.
Well, hopefully we'll have something in a bit, but I'll sign off anyway. Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to like, comment and subscribe. And we'll see you guys later. Oh, there we go. I didn't know who you were waiting for. I honestly didn't. I thought you guys had this.
That's okay.
So yes, as you said you were following.
I was going to follow us on the other videos.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. So as I said earlier, then, if we find out the results, we let you know.
And if anything interesting happened in
if
the
anything
shop.
just happened in the shop.
Qualifier.
So, in regards to who topped and what they were running, guys.
It was Team Road Trip Disaster, and I believe we were told it was
Bugs, Kagero, and Ripple.
Yeah, so
Pure Ripple,
was,
apparently.
Bugs was machining based, obviously, and Kagero was just Overlord because the new stuff.
It was
with
Legend,
GRs.
Dote, and Dote X. Legend, Dote X.
Okay. And I can't remember what they were against. Did they say? Or...
Yeah, it was against Dom, so Ground Blue, Gold, and that was. But
Team Phantom Bullet. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that was the winners of Team League Cardiff, and I think we vaguely mentioned Huddersfield yesterday.
Well, we mentioned who was top, who was the final on Huddersfield.
Yeah,
We don't know who
but we don't actually know who won. That aside, there's another reason.
Obviously there's a qualifier for top for shops. Yuri entered it, but as I've already qualified, and if it was free, I would have maybe helped. But yeah. I thought I'd leave him to it. So me and Aaron went to play Vice, and we didn't qualify in that.
I went 3-2.
Let's just leave it as that.
I went 3-2.
Yeah, positive.
I don't want to talk about it.
I enjoy playing Vice, even if I still don't properly understand the game. I just try and have fun, and I did. Yeah, had some good opponents. It was nice.
Definitely a more fun environment. But anyway, so Yuri's basically going to have a run through of how his games went, and yeah, that's pretty much all left to report.
Right. So just as a sort of a weird prerequisite, I assumed this would be one of the harder ones to qualify in, because after a nationals where there was 154 people, maybe there might be like 20, 30 go through. There were 12. I kid you not, there were 12 people in the tournament. I was like, okay, so I got a good chance. Game 1, Grand Blue, I was like, basically I took Mike's deck because I was not confident in any of my decks to be consistent.
Yuri, take it, listen to the wind. Even though it's backwards, but listen to the wind. You said listen to the wind.
I did say listen to the wind. So I went, it was a Grand Blue mirror match, and quite literally, first turn, stride, drive check, he was on 2, I triple crit him, he died. Second game was against Bobby, he double crit me and I died. Again, nothing actually else to say, he just double crit me on his restander. So what's that, a double drive check?
I'm just going to throw it in there. Bobby's one of our mates from Leisure Games who is in Team Pina Colada.
Can you guys just lean more towards the middle? I'm fed up of I'm fed up of like Aaron's half face and Yuri's like only when he looks at the screen or turns his head to the right.
I'm thinking.
Does he actually come on screen? Aaron, stop your half head. Stop it.
There's not much else for me to say, so I'm just like, yeah, go Yuri, whatever. I'm ready to drive.
Yes, but I'm not exactly.
You could start.
We could probably actually do this while driving, but forget it.
Game 3, because of how many people there were, and it was a double elimination best of 1, so I was probably should have said that first. So I had a bye, which was great. But then I played Link Joker, which was the one Mike went against yesterday, and I beat him in a quite good game. It wasn't like Saki, it was just a good game, and I just beat him down, basically. I basically went stride, get column, swing, column goes.
Yeah, which I was. There's 2 ways to go against it, by the way. Is that the rush one that I did, but the 3 heals stopped it, and I spoke to him today. Good guy and all. But he said he even said that he purely went for the deck out. He aimed for it because he knew he couldn't win any other way. So I rushed him too quickly. He just wanted the 3 heals, and yeah. So that's what he did. Or you can just do what Yuri did and just do the Vanguard rear. Yeah.
And then, so because of that, I was in top 4. Top 4 went against the Grand Blue guy I beat earlier in the day. And it was, again, close game. Not Saki, which was quite nice. Like after the first,
triple crits.
After the first 2, it was like, on my part, it was relatively good games. He crit me early, but he couldn't. I think he misplayed a bit where he went Night Rose, but he didn't use Night Rose skill.
I don't think he misplayed. I think he was just depending on how the triggers were and things. Or
I don't know. I don't know. He didn't call out Neg Rocks, so he didn't get 16s. I got confused, but
he played a bit weird that one.
But then, so I eventually beat him down, and I got a bit like a draw in the perfect guards when I needed them. But yeah, and then in the final, I was against Link Joker Chaos Breaker with the Legion in there as well for some reason. The guy double crit me first stride, so I was at 5. I had already drawn 2 of my heal triggers. I also then conceded to draw my second 2 heal triggers, so I had no chance of healing the rest of the game. So it was purely on, I need to find perfect cards, I need to find triggers, I need to find something. And again, he played a bit weird. I didn't see him sort of use Chaos Breaker's skill. Whether he was like, there's no point in retiring it because it's Grand Blue, or he forgot because he was... Basically everyone crowded round, and there was a lot of looming over.
So, should I point out the 2 things that I think went wrong with him? You've got he put in the starter, but didn't search out the limit break mover, so he didn't use Chaos Breaker's Soul Plus 1 and draw because he wasn't limit break. And the second weird thing he did is he legioned, but he didn't lock the front row. He just locked the back row. I don't know why.
Sorry.
Other than that,
it was like, because of the 5, it was just constant, right, just swing at him, and it was just niggles or whatever. And he guarded a lot early, but because he wasn't using Chaos Breaker, he wasn't keeping the hand up. And again, I didn't have he couldn't lock me down, so I couldn't get at least 2 attacks off, which was nice. So I just eventually just sort of beat him down. It was a long, drawn-out game because of...
That's why he had Chaos Breaker.
What?
Because he used the Chaos Breaker stride and said it.
Yeah, he used the Chaos Breaker stride, but he didn't use Chaos Breaker.
Oh, so my point about the limit break move is null and void. Okay, that's fine.
He no, because he didn't get it out, and when he could do it, he didn't, and I don't know why. And I think it's because he was just a bit nervous. Yeah. And I think because everyone was looming over and like, oh, it's the final, let's watch. I think he was just a bit nervous. I, of course, don't give a crap. It's just, you play the game. But, yeah, and I don't know. I think I did the deck proud by winning.
Yeah, it's qualified 2 of us.
Yeah.
Aaron, do you want to borrow my Grand Booty?
You can take angles, but then you qualify. This is the pressure's gonna be on now from these guys, and I'm not gonna qualify.
So that is your certificate. Yeah.
Does it have his name on it?
It's actually got his name in the shop on it.
Yeah.
So you one up me there.
So cheers to Firestorm.
Stone.
Sounds like a better name, I'll be honest.
Firestorm Games.
Firestone.
Great venue, great place. Organisation was nice as well.
And a little fact, apparently you can hold up to 550 people.
Yeah.
So a national event can be held here. That's how big it is.
It is a good place. But yeah, other than that, yay me.
So that's 2 of the main game qualified, not me though.
Lol. Yes. So that's just basically the end of it. We're about to have a nice long drive.
It's not. It's going to be like a 4+ hour drive, and I'm not going to enjoy it.
This is so good.
Mike's just going to sleep. We will go to sleep.
I probably will, based on the lack of sleep yesterday.
That's your own fault.
It is my own fault.
But yeah,
it was in preparation for this.
Yeah, other than that, I think the next one is
Lost Ark, I think.
That's next week.
That's next week. Well, I say that next, yeah, because it's still Sunday. So next week, it'll probably be Monday, Tuesday when this goes up, ? So
we've got the whole weekend there. It's a weekend trip.
Yeah, pretty much. It's going to be a long set of videos, but I think that was on the Sunday though, so I don't know if we're doing one on the Saturday or vice versa, so whatever. We'll work something out, we'll do something. There'll be another video.
No way.
2-man game on the road.
Oh,
We need to keep doing this after these qualifiers, by the way,
Sure.
Yeah,
just for variation.
What reason this?
For variation,
What, and just
and actually go to places and record there.
yeah, we're one of the locals in like
What the fuck
Scotland.
is that on my window?
That's poop.
Is that poop?
That's poop.
Okay.
Joy.
Wrap it up, Mike.
Sign it out, Mike. You've already done it before in the hotel room. Let's do it again. Or Aaron has a really bad cut.
That would be amusing, but no. Mike, sign off.
Okay. So thank you guys for watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys later.